Talk at 10 o'clock about what is potash in the dome. Looks like we may be stopping at Melville. I don't know if that's a place we can get off or not. Suck me sideways. They're gonna have trivia in the game room, beer tasting in the game room, and then Tim, the guitar player that played yesterday, is gonna do a performance and a stop at Winnipeg. And they actually change out the crew, so we'll have a different crew that will take us to Toronto. We're also in Mountain Time currently. We will go through, I think all 4 time zones, all 4 U.S. time zones in this trip. So we're going to be here in Saskatoon in about 45 minutes. I guess they take time to service the train. It looks like they've been servicing the train like almost at every stop. There's not as many stops as there is.
I want you to pay close attention now because I cracked the code. Anytime he giggles or laughs, it's because he doesn't agree with something or it irritated him and pissed him off. Ready?
And I ended up going with the seafood pasta. It's got some shrimp and mussels in there.
Just whizzing past everything. Yes.
It's got creamy sauce.
I like it so much. I do think.
So that was pretty good. A lot of variety here so far on the train. We're finishing things off with some apple crumble with both ice cream and whipped cream.
I got diabetes.
Is that there's a lot of time that the train is not moving, and this is the same issue you have in the U.S., and that's the issue right there. The freight trains, the constant freight trains. So yesterday there was so much time where the train was just sitting, just holding still, letting freight trains go by. Obviously, I guess there's places like this where a freight train can pass by, or maybe that's not moving, I don't know, but we're constantly having to stop and wait for freight trains. The tracks actually belong to the freight train companies exactly the same way it is in the U.S., where freight companies own the tracks, and then the passenger trains basically have to borrow them, and because of that, freight trains get first dibs, so they get to go take their freight, their precious freight, wherever they want, and they don't have to wait for us. So yesterday there was so much stopping to just let those freight trains go by. So I'm thinking if freight wasn't an issue, I feel like we could probably make it almost a day earlier if you calculate all those things. Oh, we finally. I feel like I've gotten responses that were less than helpful or friendly. It took me a long time to figure out what was going on in Amtrak. I just kind of had to learn by experience, but they're really good at explaining what's happening, explaining how things work, and like I said, just I don't know. I just saw a pile of old cars there in a pond. But anyways, yeah, and the service is so good. They're so nice. I don't know if that's a stereotype about Canadian people, that they're very nice, but I can verify that people on this train are very nice. Everyone almost disarmingly nice and helpful and kind, and I step out, they're like, oh, do you want us to make up your room? Like, no, leave it a little bit, and they're like, oh, okay. It's just so nice. It's so accommodating. It's like I said, as an American, it's disarming to have service people being so competent and being so charming. Not complaining about people in the service industry in the U.S., but in general, I think it's I don't know. It's just been very warm and welcoming here on the Canadian. Just I don't know. I haven't ridden every train in Canada. I haven't visited every restaurant, hotel in Canada, so I don't want to make broad strokes about just the quality of service in the country. But here on the Canadian, it is absolutely top notch. How long it's gonna gonna last. So a collector's item in the fact that I was there briefly, but I'm glad I got the T-shirt. This was gifted to me, by the way. The owner gave this to me, which like I said, he was a really nice guy. I think they also had the world's largest frog band too. The little frogs playing the instruments. But yeah, so this is a tribute to one of the great lost roadside attractions. And I've realized this as I go through my shirts. A lot of them is for stuff that's not there anymore. Sad to say, like, the idea of a roadside attraction is actually a dying art, even though it's my favorite thing in the world. COVID, of course, was not kind to a lot of attractions and just other things. Changing tastes. Unfortunately, I don't know why people have to change their tastes and start liking stuff that sucks instead of stuff that's great. But yeah, there it is, the White Raven Trading Company Swamp Booger. Because of the time change, dinner gets bumped an hour early. Alright, where are we sitting? There we go. Alright, and we have some prime rib tonight. That's going to be hard to say no to. Although I'm not sure what a Canadian pickerel is. But yeah, it's a fish? Okay. Sounds good, but I think I'm going to have to go with the prime rib. Yeah, the crew here is incredible. They have the bed ready once you're done with dinner. They have everything timed out perfectly. And this bed is actually, like, it's really comfortable. Like, this is like a real mattress. Amtrak, you don't really get a mattress. Yeah, I really can't at the stops, and they don't allow people to come and go as they're doing maintenance. Well, there's another train pulling in. That is a CN freight train. Everywhere we go, there's been freight trains. Can't even have peace at the train station. Here we see a sign for the Trans-Canada Highway. Now, was in existence from 1835 to 1887. But alas, my luggage is all on the train. We can't stay in Winnipeg. Let's head back inside of Union Station.
I would pay much and miss that train.
Oh, God help us. God help us, Jesus. God and baby Jesus help us.